Hi there, welcome into the broadcast booth. Back with Matt McLaughlin. I'm Jake Ramada, and Matt, the big question coming into this season was about Ole Miss's offense. They got off to a slow start, but hey, in their last 3 games, they're hitting .409. They've belted 13 home runs. Now the question is, can they keep it up?
Well, the only thing that might slow them down is the chilly weather we have today, because those bats have been red hot, outscoring their opponents 49-10 over the last 3 games, led by Jackson Ross,
including a 12-6 victory yesterday over Little Rock. These were some big bombs by Ole Miss.
Yeah, you see the Oppo Taco there from Furnace, who has had 3 homers in his last 3 games, and then Jackson Ross, who's just finding the barrel on everything right now and absolutely crushing the baseball.
Yeah, 12-6 final over the Little Rock Trojans, and of course Ole Miss's offense back today. This is crazy, right? I mean, .409 batting average the last 3 games, 49 runs scored in 3 games, Matt.
The only stat that's not going to show up right there is the hard contacts. I mean, they're hitting everything hard. They're lining out. They're hitting hard ground balls and hitting deep fly balls. I mean, they're just seeing the ball extremely well.
And we harp a lot about the offense, but the pitching's been good too. What do you want to see from Riley Maddox today?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see Maddox. This is a guy a couple years ago came highly touted as a freshman, had a really good year, ended up with Tommy John, but had a shortened campaign last year, so this will be his first year, full year back from that Tommy John. 3/4 arm slot, fastball can sit in the mid-90s with some really nasty slider and changeup to go with it.
Here's who he'll face today, 1 through 9 for Missouri State. We highlight Zach Stewart, a very talented bat, coming into today hitting .429, but Jake McCutcheon leading things off too for the Bears. No slouch at the plate either, hitting .360 this season. And a veteran lineup up and down today. Maddox will definitely be challenged. Defense today, too, for Ole Miss. Campbell Smithwick, the freshman sensation, back behind the dish for Ole Miss. Fisher and Ross back at the corners today. Braden Randall, the freshman, getting the start at shortstop today. Luke Hill gets the day off. And Reagan Burford back at second. Leger and Groff and left and center. And Trayson Hughes getting the start today in right field. He had yesterday off. And Maddox deals a first pitch strike to McCutcheon, and we're off and running in Oxford. And 0-2 to start to McCutcheon.
Yeah, on a chilly day like this with Maddox, you want to see what that velo looks like. 93, both on those fastballs in good locations.
What's it like pitching on a cold day like this?
Well, if they were letting me pitch during a cold day like this, things really got out of hand. But just playing baseball in general, it's just about trying to stay comfortable, and body's just not loose and it's not moving around like it normally would. So just trying to stay as loose as you possibly can. I'll tell you what, a pitcher like Maddox who gets on the mound and just throws, there's not a lot of delayed movement or delayed action between he and the catcher, really helps his infielders as well.
It was 70 degrees yesterday. Had some rain overnight as McCutcheon punches this right side, and Burford in right field makes the play for Ole Miss. And there's out number 1.
Yeah, there's a scouting report, 4-3 put out right there when 2 strikes on McCutcheon happened that Ole Miss shifted and Burford was playing short right field, able to get the put out there. But a nice change up there from Maddox. It's what makes him really difficult. That arm slot, that fastball's got some good run in the 93, 95 range, and he's got that 87-mile-an-hour changeup.
He faces the freshman Kagan Bogenpole. 6'6" freshman, 230 pounds coming into today. They really love what he brings to their ball club. He has 4 hits so far this season, but he's finding his way. The preseason freshman of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference, according to D1 Baseball. That's some high expectations, right, Matt? When D1 Baseball names you preseason freshman of the year.
That's a lot to put on a young ball player, but obviously really well put together. Big cut there on that fastball from Maddox. It's what makes the great players great, though. You got to handle expectations and stress, all of those things.
Two. Riley Maddox in his second career start. He started in the finale against Hawaii, and he'd like to put that one behind him. In just 2 innings of work, he allowed 3 earned runs, 5 total.
See if he goes back changeup here. He's challenged him with the fastball. He's shown him the changeup a few times.
Chopper foul, first baseline. Still 3-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch selection there. Had shown him the changeup a few times, seen a bunch of fastballs already. Tries to bury that slider down and into the left-handed hitter. Always difficult to get to as a lefty.
The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming. Ball 4, and a one-out walk. And Missouri State has a runner on board.
That's a tremendous at-bat right there. Maddox just missed on a few of those. A great eye by Bullpen to get on the one-out walk.
Tag Gowler at the plate, and he pops up on the first pitch he sees. Smithwick behind home plate makes the catch, and there's out number 2. And with your back to the infield like that for a catcher, that's a tough play.
It's tough play, and you get that ball's going to spin back towards the field of play, but the wind is blowing dead in from center field too, so always going to be a little bit of a difficult play. But if you're Riley Maddox, after an 8-pitch walk, you would love to see a first pitch pop up on the next batter.
You hear the wind probably back home and that flag moving as well. It's a cold day in Oxford, and I'm amazed to see some of these guys, including Zach Stewart, at the plate in short sleeves. MVC Freshman of the Year last season. He hit 302. Pickoff move and throw, not in time. Boy, Bogenpol was, he must have got back by a millimeter.
He was flat-footed, and I'm really actually not sure how he got back in there. He was dead to rights on that move there from Maddox.
Let's look at how close this is.
Ooh, barely got that other mid in there.
Another pickoff throw. That one a little off target by Maddox. And if we're talking about big expectations, Zach Stewart, the preseason D1 baseball player of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference. A lot of preseason expectation for this team this season.
Well, if Stewart's able to do that but hit that ball fair, he's going to be running for a long time because Ole Miss is in a shift right now, and Fisher is currently playing double play depth at second base as Burford is again in short right field.
Bounced right side and easy for Ross. Steps on first, and no score through the top half.
When are sports more than sports? When your highlight reel opens the door to 4 years of higher education, 0 student loan debt, and NIL earning potential. When your stats include free room and board, nutrition and mental health support, plus medical care with extended coverage. And when your experiences, friendships, and development put you in the win column for life. For college athletes, sports just mean more.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Look who's auditioning for Magenta Status.
Special rates at Hilton Hotel.
Get a special rate on your Hilton stay. Mom! No need to audition. Introducing Magenta Status. Premium benefits from brands you love.
Hunter Day, no stranger to starts. He started at Tarleton State last year. He was their weekend starter. He had 13 appearances to begin games. But what's the scouting report say on Hunter Day, Matt?
Yeah, obviously a veteran pitcher. Going to be a lot of similarities, minus maybe the velo differential between he and Maddox, but that low 3/4 arm slot, see that fastball to run, upper 80s and the low 90s slider and a changeup. So similar stuff to Maddox, and a gamer who's seen a lot of innings over the course of his career.
Yeah, he has 71 in the third innings last year. Here's Ole Miss's offensive lineup, and of course, Jackson Ross, 3 games in a row with a home run.
There's hot, and then there's whatever Jackson Ross is going on. I mean, this guy is seeing everything, and you can just see how comfortable he is in the plate. And we'll see him in a few hitters, but, man, he just looks the part.
Defensively, for Missouri State, McCutcheon, Stewart, and Chambers in the outfield, Epstein at short, Gollert and Kelly at the corners, and Rodriguez at second base. Dylan Leach, no stranger to the SEC. He's behind the dish today. And that wind beginning to howl down on the field as Ethan Groff steps in, coming into today with back-to-back 3-hit games. And he has 3 3-hit games now this season. Starting to really find his groove. This Ole Miss offense got off to a rough start, Matt, but, I mean, like we covered earlier, they are starting to find their groove.
Well, and they're playing complete baseball. I mean, last night alone we saw several stolen bases. They were really aggressive on the base pass. See Groff pop that one up in foul territory.
Kelly covers ground, makes the catch. And there's out number 1.
Really just, for as tough a start as it was defensively as well. I mean, they're just playing well in all phases of the game. The pitching, I think, coming into the year was the biggest question mark for this team. They really hung in there most of the year, minus a couple of games, a couple innings here or there. The hitting has just been what was slow to get started, but, man, are they red hot.
Andrew Fisher, he too is starting to find his way at the plate. He's 6 for 10 at the plate in his last 3 games. He started the season 1 for 16. Those are his numbers at Duke from a season ago. Counts even 1-1. And Fisher gets a piece of it. We talked about Day being a weekend starter at Tarleton State. Tarleton State was 10-3 in the games that Hunter Day started on the mound. Now, he was 6-2 in all of those starts. Still very good. Fisher just puts the bat on the baseball and lines it the other way for a base hit. I think that's the first time that Fisher's gone the other way this season.
Well, and right before that, you see him just stay on this changeup away. Does a really good job just getting that bat extended out there. Missouri State shifted, so that was Gollert at shortstop as opposed to their everyday shortstop. So one of those times where the defensive shift puts a position player out of position and they're unable to make a play. But for Ole Miss, a one-out base hit here in the first.
Here's Jackson Ross. He's 11 for 15. Throw down to first base, and Fisher's back. But Ross is 11 for 15 at the plate in his last 5 games.
It's pretty good. Again, there's hot, and then there's Jackson Ross right now. And you see that OPS right now is through the roof. And what I love about his swing is just how quiet and compact it is for a guy with such pop. So there's no wasted movement. Just real calm, real quiet. Gives him an opportunity to adjust to whatever he sees at the plate.
His teammates refer to him as Sergeant Jackson Ross.
I can see it.
It's a pretty good name for a leader. I mean, anybody would be willing.
And he's got a ton of room on the right side as Missouri State has shifted again. He's able to punch one through. We saw Ole Miss hit and run a ton last night in their first midweek matchup. Second baseman Rodriguez will have to cover double duty here on any double play opportunities.
Watches that go by. You'd think on a 3-0 count Ross would have the green light.
Well, it's, he probably did, but some guys, they want to see one before they take a hack at it.
Gets under this out to left, carrying back, but Chambers gets under it to make the catch, and Fisher's back to first base.
You can see just how much that wind is moving on that route out there by Chambers. I mean, the flag, I feel like, is not doing it really any justice right now, but you saw him go way back and have to kind of come darting back in to make that play. There it is.
Yeah.
Complete opposite of yesterday. I mean, it was a late spring type feel to it, wind howling out. Today, quick turnaround, chilly and blowing in, man. It's quite the difference.
We've come back to February, that's for sure. Swing and a miss, throw down to first, and no tag applied by Kelly. He had trouble with the throwdown. But, you know, we talked about Jackson Ross being hot, and Will Furness, who's at the plate, he too. He's homered in his last 3 games. All 3 of his hits this season are home runs. Down the first base line and foul.
That is not a good strategy against somebody like Will Furness, who's got the ability to go the other way for power and just incredible pull side power.
Furness yesterday went 1 for 3 against Little Rock, and that one hit was a 379-foot towering blast into left field. Came off the bat at 98 miles an hour. Not his hardest hit or longest home run. Strike 3 call. And Ole Miss strands one on first base. No score through 1 in Oxford.
Something's not right. Guaranteed fresh meat and berries at this lower price. It's gotta be a mistake. She's on to us. Breathe.
Dad, can I...
Play cool. Don't look back, don't look back.
At Aldi, everything we don't do is for you. Like, we don't make you choose between fresh and affordable.
Let's go!
It's an Aldi thing. Everything we don't do is for you. Like, we don't make you choose between fresh and affordable.
Let's go!
It's an Aldi thing.
There they are. Everybody get their banking done?
Let's go, drive, we gotta go.
Someone's in a hurry. And 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Can we go?
Yeah, faster. Oh, no, siree. You see, I get discounts for my safe driving with Snapshot from Progressive. You should see my savings. They're nuts.
You told us he was a skilled wheelman.
No, I'm a wheelman. His family name on my mother's side. What? Irish.
In year 42 at Missouri State, Keith Gutton, nearly 1,400 wins as the head coach of Missouri State, 7-time Conference Coach of the Year, went to the College World Series back in 2003. And yes, when you coach at the same place for 42 years, Matt, you have a lot of success. Second most wins among active D1 head coaches, 21 conference titles, 12 NCAA regional appearances. Surely Missouri State's going to miss Coach Gutton in the future. But man, oh man, what a career.
That is what they call a good run,
Yeah.
To put it mildly. And they've really built a very consistent. See this ball ripped by Chambers down right field line for a base hit.
Chambers veers towards second base after Hughes had trouble with the baseball out there and right. And a leadoff double for Logan Chambers.
Yeah, you see Chambers just turn on that changeup inside. Hughes just had a tough time getting over to it. We'll see if they rule that a clean double or if they a single and an error. But nonetheless, runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the second. But just to finish that thought, I mean, just what an unbelievable job taking a program and elevating it to the point where they became national contenders there for a good while. And just an unbelievable job. The longevity of that career is just really impressive.
Brings up Nick Rodriguez, and he's under the first pitch he sees, and it's out of play. And you were right. Chambers single and move over to second base on the error. Rodriguez, hometown, Tampa, Florida. He hit nearly 300 a season ago. Pickoff move to second. Chambers back in time. Rodriguez in his second year at Missouri State. He started his career at Charleston Southern. And he checked at it, but he did not go around, according to Randall Montgomery down the third base line. 1-1. Chopper and fouled off. In all 7 of Missouri State's games, Nick Rodriguez has at least 1 hit in all 7. In fact, just 1 hit in each game played this year. It's also his 64th consecutive start as Maddox goes to second base again.
That was a pick move that was on Randall. You could see him flash the glove there, trying to sneak in behind Chambers.
Missouri State picked 2nd in the MVC this season, right behind Indiana State. High fly ball to center field. The wind may knock this down. And Groff under it, makes the catch. Chambers tagging from second base, and the throw is late. So now the Bears have a runner on third base, 1 down here in the second.
Yeah, it's going to be tough sledding out there to hit a ball dead center today, but good job getting the runner moved over to third base.
Could you tell Ethan Groff is a little cold?
He looked a little chilly out there. When you see Groff out there, you're very grateful for the inside booth that we get to call this game from.
Hack and miss for Dylan Leach. 0-1. Leach has had his fair share of SEC experience. He started his career at Arkansas, and last year he was at Missouri. And I don't think that hit him. Smithwick down the first base line. Chambers didn't think about it. I'm surprised that didn't hit Dylan Leach.
Yeah, it was close. Good job by Smithwick just keeping that in front, but almost catches that front foot right there. Good job by Smithwick just to keep it in front. Chambers might have been able to get home if he saw it right away, but we'll reset nonetheless.
Leach rolls this down the first base line, and he's behind in the count 1-2. Because Leach he has SEC experience, he has faced Ole Miss plenty of times in his career, but he only has 1 hit against the Rebels. And that came back in 2021 when he was a Razorback. Strike 3 call. Big second out for Riley Maddox.
That's a big punch out right there for Maddox. Watch this two-seamer just come right back over Main Street. Locks Leach up. That's what Maddox is able to do with that two-seamer coming down in that 3/4 arm slot. Really nasty to those left-handed hitters.
Cody Kelly at the plate and looks at the first pitch strike. Kelly last season, .211 hitter, played 46 games. Big hack, and he's down 0-2. Ball 1. Missouri State coming off a series loss last weekend to Southern Miss, and they've just hung around Hattiesburg. They've been in Oxford a couple of days, just hanging out, waiting for this one to come. Just off the mark, 2-2. They fell in that series down in Hattiesburg, 4-3, taking game 2, 3-1, and the finale they lost 5-4. Runner on third, 2 down. No score so far in Oxford. And Cody Kelly's battled back, 3-2.
Some really good pitches there from Maddox. Nice job by Kelly, laying off that slider down and in.
Payoff pitch. Inning continues. And the 9-spot hitter, Tyler Epstein, comes in. Second walk today for Riley Maddox, his 5th walk of the season. And the 194 hitter this season, Epstein, has the chance to put his Bears on top with runners on the corners and 2 outs. In his first season at Missouri State. Pass ball, gets to the backstop. Smithwick pursues. Chambers comes home. And the Bears have an early lead.
You see that one just, Maddox kind of spiked it down and away, and Smithwick was unable to get his body out in front and lock that one up. Big first run for Missouri State. Ole Miss has looked really good once they've gotten out in front in leads with early in the games. Struggled, it has seemed, since when the opposing offenses strike first.
Yeah, and in these last 3 games, you're right. It's been Ole Miss that has jumped out in front first and jumped out in front in big ways, big margins.
Always makes you feel a little bit better when somebody steps up there and hits a 3-run bomb in the first inning. I can kind of let loose a little bit.
That's what Will Furness did yesterday. Up in the zone, strike 2. Ole Miss fell behind early last Friday night against High Point, and they lost in that game. Epstein stays alive. That was a shocking Friday night loss. But then they came back and pummeled High Point in the final 2 games. 10-run rule in the second, and then 25-2 in the finale. Epstein doing a good job of staying alive.
Yeah, Missouri State's done a really good job of fighting off some tough pitches. I mean, Maddox's pitch count, only giving up 1 hit. Pitch number 43 upcoming.
On the ground left side, past Fisher and into left field, base hit. Kelly hits third, he's on his way home. And Missouri State's up 2-0 here in the second inning.
See that slider just up enough. Tough angle there for Fisher, trying to knock that one down. But Missouri State doing a really good job here with 2 outs after the punch out with third base, runner at third, less than 2 outs. Come back with back-to-back runs with 2 outs. Well, 2-0.
Move to first, and Epstein's back in time. Jake McCutcheon up for a second time today. Under this left side, and curls out of play. Grounded out his first time up, McCutcheon. Had a great series against Southern Miss down in Hattiesburg. 5 for 11 in the series. Had 2 RBIs as well. And in the finale, had a 2 RBI single to put the Bears up 4-2 in the 4th, but fortunately for MSU, that got away from them. 0-1, put in play left side. And Fisher charges in and makes the play. 2-0, the Bears on top of Ole Miss.
Okay, when you turn around, you're gonna see some more.
You have a turkey and cheese.
Let's imagine that LL Cool J has a bubble around him. Do we want to be inside?
Keith.
There are some situations that young homeowners turning into their parents just can't handle.
Yep.
Not with us.
3, 2, 1.
We don't need a countdown. Just take the picture.
Playing piano.
That's not how you take a selfie.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
3, 2, 1.
We don't need a countdown. Just take the picture.
You know, how you feel on the inside is just as important to me as how you feel on the outside.
Oh, Daddy.
I'm grown up, everywhere in every way. Care of take care of you. I'm grown up and I know you're there. You're grown up and you know I care. 'Cause it's you and me and me and you. So when you are okay or not okay, I'll take care of you.
Let me show you something.
Let me show you something. It's a good life, it's a good vibe, it's a good time. Let me show you something. Yeah, I said what I said, 'cause we just getting started. No, you ain't seen nothing like. Yeah, let me show you something. Yeah, let me show you something. Let me show you something.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Missouri State leads Ole Miss all-time 3-1. And even in Oxford, Missouri State leads Ole Miss 3-0. How rare is that, Matt, that a mid-major faces Ole Miss and they have the advantage for once in the series history?
Yeah, it's been a long time in regular season. Well, Missouri State was in Oxford during regional play a few years back, but the two teams did not meet. But yeah, that was. If you would have put that one in front of me, that is not what I would have thought. So,
first meeting since 2005. As Leger bounces it down the third base line, fair ball. Gauntlet throws across the diamond and in time. It's a web gem for the third baseman.
It's hard to do it any better than this. You see this ball goes right over the bag. Does a great job of getting his feet set. Just makes an absolute, throws a laser beam over to first base, but that is a tremendous play. And as a third baseman, you have no momentum going your way. The only thing you can try to do is set your feet and get the ball out as quickly as you can. Tremendous job there.
Smithwick fouls off the bunt. Freshman from Oxford and graduate of Oxford High School.
Good off-speed pitch there from Day.
Three pitches, 3 strikes. His second strikeout today.
You saw Day go back to that changeup back-to-back and able to get the freshman Smithwick lunging. Well done there, the veteran arm from Missouri State.
He has a 2-0 lead. His offense last inning got 2 runs off 2 hits and an Ole Miss error. And obviously with the 2-0 lead, Ole Miss's offense is hot, right? But you have more confidence coming into this inning on the mound.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, your offense jumps out and gets momentum, and your job as a pitcher is to go out and keep momentum, right? You throw up a 0 every time your offense scores, and you're able to get your guys back in the box and still swing with the lead.
And Burford lets it be, but now he's behind in the count 1-2. Burford went 2 for 3 against Little Rock last night. Also back-to-back games with a home run. And of his 6 RBIs this season, 5 of them have come in the last 2 games. Just a reoccurring trend for this Ole Miss hitters. Swing and a miss, goes down swinging. 3 strikeouts for Hunter Day. Having himself a day.
couple nasty breaking balls, and then comes right back on the inside heater. It's underneath the hands of Burford. Nice job by Day.
Okay, when you turn around, you're gonna see some more.
You have a turkey and cheese.
Let's imagine that LL Cool J has a bubble around him. Do we want to be inside? There are some situations that young homeowners turning into their parents just can't handle.
Yep, there he is. There's my nephew. Now, I got a video of him playing piano.
That's not how you take a selfie.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
3, 2, 1.
We don't need a countdown. Just take the picture.
Refill?
Help yourself, man.
Dude, dog food in the fridge?
It's not dog food. It's fresh pet. Real meat, real veggies.
Real weird.
He was bad luck anyway.
Fresh Pet. It's not dog food, it's food food.
There are trucks, then there's the truck, GMC Sierra. Available with the V8 engine. The Super Cruise hands-free driving experience. And of course, there are trucks, then there's the truck, GMC Sierra. Available with the V8 engine. The Super Cruise hands-free driving experience. And of course, the world's first aid. GMC Sierra. Not just any truck, the truck.
Valley preseason poll. Missouri State always at the top of these. I mean, this is one of the best programs to come out of the MVC. Obviously, them and Indiana State have been tussling back and forth for the conference these last couple of seasons, with Indiana State winning the conference last season. They got hot and hosted a regional, but lost to TCU in the Super Regional. But Missouri
Question. What would you get with almost 750 bucks?
Easy. I'd buy a smartwatch like that guy.
Makes sense. Use that GPS for your poor sense of direction.
Excuse me? My grandfather was a homing pigeon. My internal compass is genetic.
Must have skipped a generation.
I'm a walking GPS. I should get the watch.
Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds to spend on whatever you dream up.
I should get the watch.
Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds to spend on whatever you dream up.
Today I'm excited to show you. Today I'm excited to show you. Let's dive in.
Make me go loco, loco. Make me go loco.
Day again. Getting out to that 0-2 starting on Groff, and can now try to bury that breaking ball again. Can go upstairs to change the eye level of Groff. He can do whatever he wants now, 0-2.
A wee bit tight. 1-2. Runner breaks, but it doesn't matter. Groff gets plunked. Back-to-back free passes by Hunter Day. And now Ole Miss has something cooking here in the third.
This is another way to reinvent the hit and run. See Groff take that fastball off the back knee. But was wondering if Ole Miss would get aggressive again, as we saw last night. All of a sudden they got something working with Fisher coming to the dish.
Coach Petrie out to have a chat with his pitcher Hunter Day. Coach Petrie has a resume to himself as well. 3-time All-American. He's a Missouri State alum. National Player of the Year, too. The only National Player of the Year in the Missouri State Bears history. And again, Loomis getting loose in the bullpen, and no change so far for Missouri State. I mean, Hunter Day has looked good until that walk and hit by pitch.
Yeah, that's what good lineups do, though. I mean, it can just be you leave the door cracked and then kick it open in a hurry, and all of a sudden get the walk and hit by pitch, and all of a sudden you got the big thumpers coming up.
Andrew Fisher did not go around. Randall Montgomery, the third base umpire. 1-0 to start to Fisher. Runners on first and second base for Ole Miss. Fisher gets a piece. Ole Miss went in order last inning offensively for the first time since last Saturday. That was game 2 of the High Point series. Fisher lets it be, 2-1. What's changed here for Day in the third?
Well, again, he gets off to that good start against Groff and just got away from him. You know, I think Ole Miss is starting to pick up the spin a little bit on that breaking ball. And after you've seen somebody once, you just start to pick up a little bit more each time they throw a pitch at you. And it's also now his pitch number 45 coming up.
Two.
Also hear the energy out of the Ole Miss dugout. I mean, kind of, I don't want to say sleepy to start, but certainly been way more vocal in the last 5 or 6 hitters.
Ball 4. Bases are loaded for Jackson Ross. Walk, hit by pitch, walk.
We are going to have it change. Things really just unraveled quickly there for Day. After the strikeout looking of Hughes, gets walk, hit by pitch, walk. But other than the last couple hitters, he has looked really sharp today.
After striking out Hughes looking in the third, he had struck out 4 of the 8 batters that he saw today. New pitcher coming in for the Bears, Loomis. We'll tell you about him when we come back.
Look who's auditioning for Magenta Status.
Special rates at Hilton Hotel.
Get a special rate on your Hilton stay. Mom! No need to audition. Introducing Magenta Status. Premium benefits from brands you love.
Something's not right. Guaranteed fresh meat and berries at this lower price. It's gotta be a mistake. She's on to us. Breathe.
Dad, can I...
Play cool. Don't look back, don't look back, don't look back, don't... Yeah, you look back! We've been made.
Dad, the prices are always this low.
Get in the car!
At Aldi, everything we don't do is for you. Like we don't make you choose between fresh and affordable.
Let's go!
It's an Aldi thing.
Today, I'm excited to show you let's dive in.
Eric Loomis, his 5th appearance out of the bullpen already this season, getting a lot of work early.
And Loomis is going to come in, unlike Day, who was one of those Gamer type pitchers who would look for spots with a fastball around 87. Loomis comes in with a mid-90s fastball, that low three-quarter slot. It's got a slider and a changeup as well. Be a tough matchup for the hot-hitting Ross of Ole Miss, but going to have to be one of those times as a hitter. If you see a guy throwing upper 80s, you're going to have to readjust, recalibrate for that guy throwing some heat.
This is our final regular season Thursday women's basketball doubleheader on the SEC Network. And this week, Tennessee hosts Texas A&M at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Then undefeated #1 South Carolina squares off against Arkansas. That's all right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Your relief pitcher coming in, bases loaded, 1 down. Your objective obviously is to get outs, but I mean, you got to limit the damage here as much as you can.
Yeah, that's right. Again, you come in we talked a little bit about this last night. You come in bases juice like this, you just got to get an out. Try to get out with less than 2 runs, really. You basically give up on that guy at third base, knowing Ross can just pop one to the outfield and knock a run in. So your job is to come in, hit your spots, try to get that second out, and then go to work.
Ross flew out to left his first time up. And he sees the first pitch. Bases loaded. Randall at third, Groff at second, and Fisher at first. Pops out of the mitt of Leach behind the dish. Runners stay put. Ross comes into today 4 straight games with the home run. 5 homers in his last 4 games. Strike 2.
And Ross saw that breaking ball first pitch for strike 1. He might have been looking for that spinner again. Loomis snuck that fastball right in.
Just misses.
As close as you get there, partner. Bases loaded, 1 out, punch out.
Loomis has yet to allow a run this year in 5 innings of work. Yanked down the left field line, deep back there, and down for a base hit. Randall's in to score, as is Groff. Fisher stays put at third. Jackson Ross stays hot.
Ross, just extra base hitting machine. Watch this backup breaking ball. You see how Ross just throws his hands towards a third base dugout, trying to clear the barrel to the baseball. I mean, that is professional hitting 101 from Jackson Ross. Again, there's hot, then there's Jackson Ross hot.
Ross's second double this season. He now has 16 RBIs. And that brings up Will Furness. Furness 3 for 12 this season coming into today. Those 3 hits being home runs. And the infield plays in for Missouri State. Tie game here in the third.
Got the infield in and 3 defenders over on the first base side. So this is one of those times, if you're Furness, you just want to hit one on, you always want to hit on the barrel, I guess, right? But you got the percentages and the odds in your favor if you can put the barrel on the ball down on the ground too. So you don't necessarily have to swing for the downs. You got plenty of opportunities to put one through on the left side.
Those runs charged to Day. We're tied up at 2.
Good off speed there from Loomis. Had Furness way out front. And if you're at third base, if you're Fisher, you're seeing anything down angle, you're going to home.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Big out for Missouri State. 2 down.
Yeah, it was just power on power right there. Rears back, and Furness was able to get a piece of it. Nice catch there by Leach behind the plate. Bring up Leger. The 2-out RBI or 2-out opportunity.
Ethan Leger 0 for 1 today with the ground out back in the 2nd inning. And he hits this one high in the air, left center field. This ball is up against the wall. Ole Miss takes the lead and a little more. Leger puts the Rebels out in front, and he lets them know.
I'm not sure what that celebration was, but I know this was an off-speed first pitch hunt from Leger. You saw that one up in the air. Great hitters know that when they see that spin up out of the hand, they just sit back and let it fly, and that's exactly what Leger did there. Was probably looking for that fastball, but saw that one spin out of his hand. He's able to capitalize on that hanging breaking ball, and all of a sudden, this Ole Miss offense puts up a 4 spot and still swinging.
After falling behind 2-0 too, back in the 2nd inning. Campbell Smithwick takes the first pitch ball. 2 for 19 at the plate coming into this at bat. He struck out earlier back in the 2nd inning. Man, this inning really got away from Missouri State, didn't it? Up 2-0, all of a sudden, a couple of free passes and Ole Miss capitalizes.
Anytime you walk the bases loaded without the other team having to do anything, you just generally never going to end well, but especially with an offense like Ole Miss has that's been swinging it so well.
Smithwick took a crack at it, 2-1. The freshman at the plate is Ole Miss's highest rated recruit this year. One of a handful of MLB draft prospects coming into his freshman year. And he's ahead 3-1. And a couple booths over too, Matt. I'm seeing some Oxford High School sweatshirts. So I think he's got some former teammates in the house today.
I'm sure he's got a few fans in the ballpark each night. He puts on the stripes here at Swayze.
Ball 4. And yes, he's 2 for 18 at the plate, but Smithwick has now walked 7 times this year. I mean, 7 walks compared to 2 hits. He just wants to get on base. He'll take it.
Anytime you can get on base for your team, that's what you want to do. And it doesn't really matter if you get a base hit or a walk. Although selfishly, all of us hitters want the hits, you know, but that's what Smithwick's role is right now with this team. He needs to get on base and be a table setter and let these veteran guys take care of the rest as we see another mound visit. This will be the 9th hitter of the inning.
Out to the mound, Nick Petrie. He does all the mound visits. He does all the pitching changes. And rightfully so with his pedigree. Like we said during the last mound visit, 3-time All-American. He also threw 38 scoreless innings of work back when he was playing. As Charlton gets a loose left-hander. No official move yet, but he's walking to the door like there has been a move made. Ole Miss on top 4-0 on Missouri State, and here comes Charlton out of the bullpen.
Look who's auditioning for Magenta Status.
Special rates at Hilton Hotel.
Get a special rate on your Hilton stay. Mom! No need to audition. Introducing Magenta Status. Premium benefits from brands you love.
This is the GMC Sierra. Available with the V8 engine, the Super Cruise hands-free driving experience, and the multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck.
Oh, man. I can't believe I'm missing this.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
A couple of pitching changes this inning here in the 3rd for Missouri State. And Matt, Ole Miss's offense has really flipped this game upside down. Now the Bears have to go to Tyler Charlton out of the bullpen.
Yeah, after really looking a little lost against Day, all of a sudden, Missouri State giving up some free passes and a couple big doubles. Next thing you know, it's 4-2, and Charlton's going to have to come in here and settle things down. 4-pitch left-hander. That fastball is going to be in the upper 80s. Curveball, slider, changeup as well. But Missouri State's they got to settle down before this thing really gets out of control, and they'll have to deal with Burfer here with 2 down.
Gymnastics takes over the SEC Network every Friday night, and this week, number 20 Georgia hosts number 14 Auburn, Stegman Coliseum in Athens. Friday Night Heights each week, right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. And Charlton, redshirt freshman, he too a Missouri native. This is his first year back from a season-ending injury last season. It's his 3rd appearance out of the pen. And this is what everybody's dealing with today. Need a blanket out there. Need layers.
A blanket in here. Even we're inside, it's still chilly.
You can even see behind home plate that green blanket. Warm coats. Wear the hood over the hat. As Burford looks at strike 1. 0 for 1 today, Reagan Burford, one of Ole Miss's captains. Struck out his first time up. Steps up with 2 outs, runners on first and second base for Ole Miss, and a 4-2 advantage now for the Rebels. They were down 2-0 coming into this inning. Especially during the midweek, if you're Missouri State, you don't want to use 3 pitchers before the 4th inning. And Burford gets a piece of that.
That's exactly what you want to do if you're Ole Miss, right? Getting that pen early. They did that last night. Able to do so again today.
Fly ball, shallow center field. And the second baseman, Rodriguez, calls everybody off. There's out number 3. Ole Miss puts up 4 runs, and they lead Missouri State by 2.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try Vicks Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks vapors.
Today, I'm excited to show you Let's dive in.
There are trucks, then there's the truck, GMC Sierra. Available with the V8 engine. The Super Cruise hands-free driving experience. And of course, the world's first 6-function Sierra. Not just any truck, the truck. Not just any truck, the truck.
I love your dress. I love your dress.
Oh, thanks. I splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, right? I've been telling everyone.
Liberty.
Did you hear that? I just said her first word. Can you say mama?
Liberty.
Can you say auntie?
Liberty.
How many people did you tell?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Simmons back out on the mound for Ole Miss. It's his third appearance this season out of the bullpen, and he comes in with an Ole Miss 4-2 lead on Missouri State. What's this freshman? I use the word freshman loosely, Matt McLaughlin, because Simmons reclassified from the class of 2025 to come to Ole Miss this year to play football and baseball.
Yeah, there's no question. Just a really impressive young man. And, it's funny when you talk to the baseball staff before the season, they say, hey, this guy may go win a Heisman Trophy on the football team, but let's make no mistake, he's a dude on the mound. He comes in with really high ceiling on the mound, struck out 154 batters in 80 innings a year ago, and he just done a great job at making the transition from football to baseball, which you can see that fastball in the mid-90s at times, and it's going to sit in the low 90s pretty regularly. So it's exciting to see him develop as a pitcher, and, man, if you've seen him throw a football as well, kind of do it all.
And his dad was quoted in an ESPN article saying he's a lefty, he can throw it hard, and his dad really wasn't sure if he wanted his son to play football. But then he grew into his body, and he saw him move around on the football field, and he goes, okay, yeah, I think Austin can be a two-way collegiate player at the Division I level.
Yeah, there was no question coming into this baseball season that they knew Simmons was going to play a role, at least out of the bullpen, to start the year, and he's looked really good so far.
He's facing Nick Rodriguez, 0 for 1 today. Still on his 7-game hit streak. Rodriguez had 69 hits last season, one of their best veteran bats returning this year. Catches the edge, strike 2.
You saw that, a couple of those big breakers, fastball on the outside at 92.
Simmons pitched in the blowout win last Sunday against High Point. Through an inning, did allow an earned run. He struck out 1 and allowed 2 hits in 16 pitches. Strike 3 call. Wow, locked him up.
And Rodriguez didn't like it, but that one was ripped. 91 on the outside part of the plate. Freshman punches that ticket in the first batter he sees. See a little chatter, I guess we'll call it, from the Missouri State bench. Did not like that strikeout call, but we talked about that. That zone has elevated throughout the game.
Keith Gutton's been around 42 years. He knows what the strike zone looks like, and he didn't agree with that call.
Just say he definitely knows what it looks like from the dugout. The umpire's going, I got the view behind the plate, though. So, regardless, like our coach used to tell us, doesn't really matter. Umpire disagreed with your assessment. I'll get back out there. So, see Simmons go back to work here, getting an 0-2 count early in SAB with Dylan Leach.
Swings and misses. Back-to-back Ks for Simmons.
Love to see the freshman climb the ladder with that elevated fastball. Try to slip that breaker in. Pitch prior and goes right back up. Second punch out of the inning.
Simmons has faced 10 batters now this season, and he struck out 5 of them. Cody Kelly walked and scored his last time up, and the infield plays him to the right side of the infield.
Saw Kelly squared a bunt because I'm as close to third base up here as anybody else is. There's nobody home over at third base right now. Everybody has shifted over to the right side of the infield.
Look at that.
And we're fortunate we get to watch Fisher do this, but he sprints. I mean, I'm dead serious. 40-yard sprint, like dead sprint over to his position at second base. It cracks me up every time. Guy is just a lightning bolt of energy out there.
After back-to-back strikeouts, Simmons throws 3 straight balls to Kelly. Now 3-1. Ball 4. And that's the first walk allowed by Austin Simmons in 3 appearances and 2 innings of work. Nine-spot hitter Tyler Epstein at the plate. RBI single back in the 2nd inning. And he gets a hold of this down the left field line. This ball is fair and up against the wall. Cody Kelly hits third and puts on the brakes.
Yeah, this is fastball hunting right here. See this heater from Simmons just right down Main Street. Able to drive that one down the left field line. Almost got out of play. Big 2-out double. All of a sudden, Missouri State flips the script after 2 strikeouts. A couple guys on here and 2 outs.
And Ole Miss pulls their middle infield to the right side of the infield. Burford deep into right field. And the shortstop Randall playing right of the second base bag. Fisher, the third baseman, however, stays put. And a first pitch ball to Jake McCutcheon. 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts. And he went around. 1-1. Coming off the 5 for 11 series at Southern Miss, including a clutch 2 RBI single in the series finale. And runners stay put. Smithwick eyed up the runners. 2-1 to the 3.
No, it's been like a week, but I add Downy Light scent boosters so the freshness really lasts.
Yeah, most scented stuff gives me a headache, but this is just right.
And I'm way too young to care about laundry, but I like it too.
And I'm way too old to still bring my laundry home, but I love how long that scent lasts.
And I don't like anything, but no, I like this.
Get a light scent that lasts with no heavy perfumes or dyes. Downy Light, the light scent that lasts.
Okay, when you turn around, you're gonna see someone.
You have a turkey and cheese.
Let's imagine that LL Cool J has a bubble around him. Do we want to be
Hey, I'm
inside?
Keith.
There are some situations that young homeowners turning into their parents just can't handle.
Yep, there he is. There's my nephew. Now, I got a video of him playing 3, 2, 1.
We don't need a countdown. Just take the picture.
Your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
3, 2, 1.
We don't need a countdown. Just take the picture.
When the morning has you feeling out of sync, Quick Trip has just what you need to find your groove. When the morning has you feeling out of sync, Quick Trip has just what you need to find your groove. Like a free coffee or Big Q with the purchase of grab-and-go breakfast. So wake up with Quick Trip and never miss a beat. QT, more than a gas station.
Talking with Keith Gutton before this game, bringing up this Southern Miss series, he said we were a hit away from winning that series, and these were just close scores. They lose Friday by 1 run and the finale by 1 run, and again, just 1 hit away from winning that series. And unfortunate, to say the least, if you're Missouri State. But then Coach Gutton went on to compliment Southern Miss. He said, man, they have such a good team this year, and they really took it to us. And especially in Game 3 of that series, Missouri State took an early 2-0 lead thanks to 2 doubles, but Southern Miss battled back to win the game by a run, 5-4. And 2, Scott Berry, who just retired at Southern Miss, actually started his coaching career with Keith Gutton. And he said on Saturday they gave away Scott Berry bobbleheads. Trayson Hughes knocks this one into left center field, down for a base hit. It is 3rd of the season.
It's a really good job there from Hughes. Always call pitches like this like playing wiffle ball. Look how it's a 73-mile-an-hour breaking ball. You're just hanging in there waiting for that thing to get to you, and instead of pulling off of it and that right shoulder flying out, he just stays on it and slaps that one into left field, and that's a good sign for Ole Miss, as Hughes is one of those high-impact transfers that they have really wanted to get going here offensively.
And the freshman Randall looks at strike 1. He walked and scored back in the 3rd inning. Got that rally going for Ole Miss, in which the Rebels scored 4 runs to take a 4-2 lead, but the Bears cut into that deficit last inning against Austin Simmons. Weak chopper right side, 2nd for 1, and no throw to first. So Hughes is retired. Randall is on first safely.
It's a really good play there from Kelly. You're holding the guy on, and you get a chopper hitting the inside part. It's a right-handed throw. You got to clear the lane for yourself and make a good throw to second base. That's well done to cut down the lead runner.
Tyler Charlton still on the mound for Missouri State. He actually started in that finale against ULM and struggled, but threw 2 innings at Southern Miss in the win, threw 29 pitches and struck out a batter. Faces the top of the order, and Ethan Groff. Pop out, hit by pitch, and score today. Snap throw to first, and Randall's back in time. You got to be paying attention at all times with the left-hander on the mound and you're at first base.
There's no question about it. Say with experience, but yeah, you just got to make sure that they are committed to going to home plate. It's always tough too, because you want to get a good secondary lead. So you saw that breaking ball down in the dirt. You want to have good opportunity to swipe second base on a dirt ball read, but you can't get too aggressive with that secondary. But I think you ask any base runner, all the lefties balk, you know?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
just no question about that.
Always. And Groff fights that off. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and out number 2.
Just climbs the ladder there. Not a ton of velo, but gets it up enough to get over top of Groff. That upstairs fastball.
His 7th strikeout this season, Charlton. His first of the day. He was a highly touted prospect, too, in high school. As he faces Fisher, and first pitch strike. Charlton's senior year ERA was .65.
It's getting it done.
That is getting it done. And, of course, after that, he was named co-pitcher of the year. I want to know who the guy is that shared pitcher of the year with another guy whose ERA was .65.
Could have been .64.
Could have been.
Mean, you never know.
What did the other guy do? I'm so curious. I couldn't find the answer.
Pretty good year regardless, you could say.
Fisher stays alive.
Saw Randall taking off there. You got Fisher at the plate in an 0-2 count. You can be as aggressive as you want. If Randall gets thrown out trying to steal second base, you turn around, you let Fisher lead off the next inning. It's kind of a win-win offensively for Ole Miss, so wouldn't be surprised to see Randall again on the move.
In the air, left center field. McCutcheon ranges over and drops the ball. Randall around third, hustling home. No way.